SBU's Sea Baby naval drone struck the Russian Shadow Fleet oil tanker Dashan as it moved at full speed with its transponder switched off inside Ukraine's exclusive economic zone. The vessel, sailing under the Comoros flag and heading toward the Novorossiysk oil terminal, was hit during a joint operation of the SBU's 13th Military Counterintelligence Directorate and the Ukrainian Navy. The strike caused critical damage. Footage shows powerful explosions near the stern, and preliminary assessments indicate the tanker had been completely disabled. The Dashan is a high-value target. Its estimated worth is $30 million, and each voyage carried around $60 million worth of petroleum products for Russia. Due to its role in transporting sanctioned Russian oil and operating with its identification system disabled, the ship had already been sanctioned by the EU, the UK, Canada, Australia, and Switzerland. This operation demonstrates Ukraine's growing ability to neutralize enemy logistics at sea and degrade Russia's capacity to wage war. The 11th anniversary of the Kupyansk Brigade was marked not with ceremonies alone, but with results on the battlefield. Ukrainian forces delivered precise high-impact strikes against Russian units operating on the Kupyansk axis. 22 Russian personnel eliminated, 6 quad bikes destroyed, 8 motorcycles neutralized. Additional losses: Molniya systems, FPV drones, and multiple wounded enemy fighters. The brigade enters its 12th year of service with momentum, proving once again that discipline, coordination, and accurate fire can dismantle Russian assault groups before they reach Ukrainian lines. Russian assault groups attempted to break into the area of Grishino using at least 10 quad bikes and motorcycles, along with around 40 infantry personnel. The possible presence of armored vehicles is still being clarified. As the assault group exited the town, they met the prepared Ukrainian surprise. The enemy infantry became disorganized and unable to respond effectively under coordinated Ukrainian fire. Ukraine's defenders continue to dismantle enemy assault attempts before they can threaten our positions. Soldiers of Ukraine's 54th Mechanized Brigade have released footage showing the destruction of Russian infantry in the central part of Severk. Russian forces continue to push into the city, attempting to achieve full occupation. Their advance is currently constrained by the Bakhmutka River, where the most intense engagements are unfolding. Ukrainian defense forces are actively identifying and striking enemy groups, disrupting Russian attempts to cross or consolidate positions. However, several infiltration routes remain, which has led to an increase in Russian infantry presence inside the urban area. Despite this pressure, Ukrainian units continue to eliminate enemy assault elements and prevent Russia from establishing stable control within Seversk. Ukraine's defense forces in Pokrovsk have halted the Russian mechanized breakthrough. The Dobush Hornets strike group delivered precise hits on advancing enemy vehicles, stopping the assault and destroying the equipment before it could threaten Ukrainian positions. The operation once again demonstrates the effectiveness of coordinated Ukrainian fire and the growing difficulties Russia faces in attempting to push through well-defended sectors. The Knights of Ukraine's 28th Separate Mechanized Brigade continue eliminating Russian assault groups in Donetsk region. On the Kostiantynivka axis, Russian forces are intensifying their attempts to advance toward the city. The number of assault groups is growing, as is the use of expendable infantry pushed forward under cover of fog and freezing weather. However, Ukrainian drone pilots are decisively disrupting these tactics. Operators of PBPS Spalach Courting Company RV of the 3rd Battalion, as well as the 1st and 2nd Mechanized Battalions, are striking assault elements with FPV drones and aerial bombers, eliminating enemy group of 2, 3, and even 5 soldiers at a time. Ukrainian forces maintain control of the situation, systematically breaking down Russia's offensive attempts on this sector. Russian forces are attempting assaults in the Dobropilya sector under increasingly desperate conditions. Fighters of the 1st Corps UAV Battalion of the National Guard's Azov formation recorded unsuccessful attacks by Russian assault groups. Among them, soldiers advancing despite visible injuries and limited mobility. FPV drone operators documented the enemy's movement toward Ukrainian Defense Forces positions, confirming multiple disrupted assault attempts. The footage also illustrates a broader pattern. Russian units continue to suffer internal disorganization and breakdown of command discipline under pressure. Despite mounting losses, the Russian command keeps pushing unprepared and depleted personnel into attacks. As a result, on the Dobropilya axis, Russian forces face threats not only from Ukrainian defenses but also from the chaos and dysfunction within their own ranks. A large concentration of Russian equipment has been destroyed on the Leman axis. Drone operators of the UAV Battalion of Ukraine's 63rd Separate Mechanized Brigade, the Steel Lions, have conducted a series of precise strikes over the past several days, eliminating a wide range of enemy assets. Confirmed Russian losses include 1 tank, 5 artillery pieces, 2 transport trucks, 2 off-road vehicles, 1 Bukhanka van, 1 quad bike, 1 motorcycle, multiple static waiting drones, and ammunition storage site. These strikes significantly reduced the enemy's ability to support assaults and sustain operations in the Leman sector. The 63rd Brigade continues to degrade Russian logistics and firepower with high accuracy and coordination. Ukrainian forces have struck a Russian ammunition depot and eliminated multiple infantry elements. Kamikaze drones of Ukraine's 3rd Assault Brigade continue to track and engage Russian infantry, whether moving on foot, traveling in vehicles, or hiding in basements and shelters. The precision and persistence of these UAV teams are preventing Russian units from regrouping or reinforcing their positions. Operators of the brigade's Unmanned Systems Battalion have confirmed the destruction of an armored combat vehicle, artillery pieces, a Bukhanka van, a radar system, electronic warfare equipment, and a Russian ammunition storage site. These strikes further weaken the enemy's combat potential, disrupting logistics and degrading Russia's ability to sustain offensive actions on this part of the front line. Drone operators of the 2nd Marine Battalion launch their birds into the sky every day to detect, track, and eliminate enemy forces. Unmanned systems have become an essential element of modern warfare. They see what is hidden, expose enemy movements, and strike where Russian forces mistakenly believe they are safe. Through continuous aerial reconnaissance and precision engagements, Marine drone teams maintain constant pressure on the enemy and prevent them from operating freely on the front line. The 2nd Battalion of Ukraine's 37th Marine Brigade conducted a successful operation in Ivanivka. Ukrainian Marines captured 10 Russian servicemen, adding to the battalion's growing exchange pool, which now increases by an additional 10 on top of the previous 19 detainees. During the same engagement, Ukrainian forces neutralized 5 enemy fighters who were resistant and posed an immediate threat. The operation highlights the battalion's effective coordination, reconnaissance, and ability to gain tactical advantage while preserving Ukrainian positions in this sector. Whether Russian forces attempt to hide or wait passively, the result remains the same: accountability for their invasion of Ukraine. FPV drone operators of the 35th Marine Brigade, 30th Marine Corps of the Ukrainian Navy continue to identify not only isolated Russian fighters but also track their movements and destroy their field shelters on the Pokrovsk axis. Through precise aerial reconnaissance and targeted strikes, Marine drone teams are limiting the enemy's ability to regroup, fortify, or advance. Their work remains a decisive factor in stabilizing the situation and disrupting Russian offensive activity in this sector. Ukrainian Special Operations Forces have neutralized the Russian group in Donetsk region. Operators of the 8th Regiment of Ukraine's Special Operations Forces successfully eliminated 5 Russian servicemen during a special operation carried out in forested terrain. Taking advantage of weather conditions, the enemy attempted to infiltrate the rear of Ukrainian positions. However, the SOF team detected the movement in time and prevented the group from reaching its objective. This operation demonstrates the effectiveness of Ukrainian reconnaissance and rapid response capabilities in complex terrain. Operators of Ukraine's Unmanned Systems forces have struck another powerful blow against Russian air defense, destroying 2 Tor M1 systems and 1 Buk M3 air defense system belonging to the enemy. The operation was carried out by the fighters of the 412th Brigade Nemesis of Unmanned Systems forces. Within the brigade, the highly trained operators of the Asgard Battalion executed a precise and coordinated strike against Russian surface-to-air missile systems that were actively protecting enemy positions. Confirmed targets include 2 self-propelled air defense missile systems Tor M1, 1 modern long-range air defense system Buk M3. These are not symbolic targets. Each of these systems is designed to protect Russian forces from Ukrainian aircraft, drones, and missile strikes. Their destruction directly weakens Russia's ability to defend its rear areas, command posts, logistics hubs, and troop concentrations. That's all for now. If you believe the world should know the truth about this war, make sure to subscribe, like and share this video so everyone can see what Ukraine is fighting for. Together we're stronger, together we bring victory closer.